In April of 2017, I did a video predicting that Goku would lose to Jiren in the Tournament of Power, and then did another video discussing whether or not losing to Jiren would be what transitions Goku into becoming a mentor at the end of the Dragon Ball series. Now with the Tournament of Power and Dragon Ball Super only being 2 episodes away from ending, I want to discuss why Goku losing to Jiren is indeed the best ending for the Dragon Ball series. Now, just as a spoiler warning, if you don't want to be spoiled about what happens in episode 130 and episode 131, then I highly recommend skipping ahead to the final 20 seconds of this video to find the 2 videos that I mentioned earlier in the end credits. Now, if you're still here, I'm assuming you're okay with spoilers. Goku losing to Jiren is the perfect ending because it fits the original narrative of Dragon Ball as a series. If you go back to the very beginning of Dragon Ball, Goku left the Boondocks with Bulma and he learned there was an entire world out there filled with strong fighters who were either stronger than him or they had really hacks abilities. Yamcha, yes, Yamcha, once opened up a can of whip ass on Son Goku. You had Boss Rabbit who was turning people into a carrot with just a touch. You had Master Roshi who told Goku to sit back and watch as this old man pumps up his muscles and uses the Turtle Hermit wave. How this fits in with Dragon Ball Super is that Beerus, the god of destruction, was Goku's first real trainer in Dragon Ball Super. If you think about it, Piccolo remarked that Goku was essentially being trained by Beerus in their first fight after Goku unlocked Super Saiyan God. At the end of that fight, Beerus said that there were gods and fighters who were even stronger than him who existed in other universes. Whis training Goku is essentially complete now because Goku has mastered self-movement, much like Goku mastered Master Roshi's training by finishing 2nd place in the first world tournament that Dragon Ball showed us. Roshi told Goku to go experience the world, that he had nothing more left to teach him, and that life would be Goku's best teacher from here on out. According to the spoilers that we have for episode 130 and episode 131, Goku has now surpassed Beerus and he's clearly mastered Whis' training, keeping in line with all the tropes of Dragon Ball. However, if we go back to the chapter where Goku spoke with Roshi after losing to Jackie Chun, who was secretly Master Roshi in disguise, he tells Goku that even when you're on top, there will always be someone who's stronger than you, which is why you have to continue training. This brings us to Jiren. Goku has surpassed his first rival in Dragon Ball Super and Beerus. He's completed his training with his master in Whis. Now, Goku is facing the embodiment of what Roshi taught him over 40 years ago when you look at the Dragon Ball timeline, which is no matter how strong you get, there will always be someone who's even stronger than you. Goku losing to Jiren not only keeps in line with this, but by ending Dragon Ball Super in this fashion, we have opened the door for yet another series. Make no mistake, for the amount of money that Dragon Ball Super is making, there will be another series or movies to continue the story at some point. The fact of the matter is that we have 4.5 years of untouched timeline to cover before Goku meets Oob. Even if Super skips ahead to the ending, we still have that unexplored time. Goku was said to have been out of reach by 5 years when Bulma confronted him in chapter 519 of Dragon Ball, which means that a small retcon can be made since 4.5 years could be easily rounded up to a 5-year time gap. We still have the other 4 universes that Goku hasn't seen fighters from and gods that he has not interacted with. And Jiren is still a force that he clearly hasn't surpassed since Jiren eliminates him in episode 130. Even if Universe 11 gets erased or time runs out and Universe 11 and 7 end up in a tie, meaning that neither universe gets erased, then Goku can still train to surpass Jiren since we did see him using image training in episode 1 of Dragon Ball Super, where he was training against different fighters that he had already beaten, or in the case of Cell, someone that he had lost to. In short, losing to Jiren wraps up Dragon Ball Super in a sense that it ends on a note that is true to the series itself. Goku now has someone new to chase after in terms of power, which means that he can behave in the selfish manner that he usually does, which also means that if he happens to help some people along the way, then that gives him a chance to do so, but that's not necessarily his first choice. So what did you guys think about this? Do you personally think that Dragon Ball Super ending in this way is a good thing, or do you disagree with my findings on this? But as always guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Have an awesome day guys.